Hey guys, in this 3D Vista tutorial I'm going to explain you how you can set different hotspots or different media at all, specifically for desktop and for mobile devices. So you probably already know in the skin you can have a general skin and a mobile skin, and you can just say okay, done, and now there you go. But this opens a lot of opportunities that a lot of people don't think of. So for example, I have within this panorama, I have this hotspot, like right over here, and I have a pop-up web frame. And this is 40% by 90%. But this is not something I can say because, you know, when I look this right over here and I check this, then this is okay. But when I'm going to watch this on a mobile device, let's say, well, you can already see this is like shrinking a lot. So in this case, on a mobile device, I want it to be, instead of 40% width, I want it to be 90% width, because then it looks nicer. But if I change this to 90%, then it's also going to be very big on the desktop. So to fix this is to basically duplicate the hotspot and Control C, Control V, and then say okay, this one is for mobile, and change this one for the mobile to 90%, say done, and just hide this one so it's not visible by default. And so I can still preview this and it will still show exactly the same thing as we just checked, just like this. And checking the mobile, it's like this, no matter if I refresh. So there you go. This is still the wrong thing. So we want this to be 90%. The way to do it is you go to Skin, General, and then you go to Mobile. You add a container, and you just make it very small. I love the use of empty containers. This is another one. I'm going to just make it invisible. But for this purpose, just so you can see what's happening, I'm not going to make it invisible in this case. And I'm going to call this mobile initialization. And I'm going to add an action to this, and I'm going to say when this mobile initialization container is visible, then show these hotspots. So I'm going to say show hide hotspots, and I'm going to this one, and I'll be just both clicking them, and I say on show on initialization. It doesn't really matter because this will only show in the mobile skin, so in general it will not. And I'm going to both select them and say the toggle. So this one, the hotspot, basically for desktop, is going to be hidden because by default it's already visible. And the hotspot for mobile is going to be visible, and by default it's set to hidden. So in this way I can toggle this and I can preview this again. So if correct, now this is 40%. And I'm going to check the mobile version. And now you can see that this white thing is visible. And this should make it, yeah, perfectly nice in a 90% way. And this is just one example of like how you can change the behavior of hotspots specifically for mobile devices. You could also say, well, you know, when you use a lot of 360 video, maybe on mobile devices you just want it to be much smaller in file size. So you say, okay, instead of 360 video, show a panorama with the hotspots and maybe a voiceover. So you make a very specific one. In that case, instead of show hide hotspots, you obviously say, okay, add action, open panorama. And you can all set all these things just based on this one empty container, which you call mobile initialization. And on show of this container, you can add all the actions that should be happening on a mobile device. And this is something I use a lot to like have it very specifically designed for mobile. So I hope this tutorial helped you a lot. Give it a thumbs up and see you later.